Hello boys and girls, my name is Bani Logrono, and I wanted to share with you guys some quick and easy fitness tips that I do that you guys can incorporate into your own lives as well. Now before I begin, I just want to preface this by saying that I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a fitness instructor or a gym instructor, I'm just a filmmaker. So the tips that I'm going to give you guys are more practical for my kind of lifestyle, which is a sedentary lifestyle. And for those of you who don't know, a sedentary lifestyle is a lifestyle where you spend many long hours every day just sitting down. So that's office workers, call center agents, editors, animators, writers, anyone who has to sit in a chair for a long period of time. Now, I've been a filmmaker for about 5 to 6 years now, but more or less, my body type, my fitness level has remained pretty much the same throughout my entire career. That is, until earlier this year. I've noticed that my body fat has started increasing and my muscle mass has started decreasing. And being physically unfit is unacceptable to me as a filmmaker because certain types of shots require certain amounts of athleticism. So if I didn't do anything about my deteriorating physical fitness, then I can't be a filmmaker anymore. Now, like I said, this was earlier this year, so as you can see, I look a lot better now. You guys don't have to worry. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who are my age, who are going through the first few years of their adult lives, go through similar changes like this. It's all just a part of growing older and becoming an adult. So I want to share with you guys what I've done in order to move away from that sedentary lifestyle and into a lifestyle that keeps me active and maintains my physical fitness. And personally, I think these tips are really easy to do. Anybody can incorporate it into their own lives. So I hope you guys can learn something from what I'm about to share with you guys. So let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, action. My first tip is to find dead areas in your day to exercise. So this tip is for those people who say that they're too busy to exercise. First of all, I think that everyone should make time to exercise because it's our way of maintaining our bodies to keep it at 100%. And if our bodies aren't at 100%, then we can't live life at 100%, right? But that being said, there really are times when our schedule really is jam-packed and we can't really put a workout into it. So what you gotta do is to take a second look at your schedule and see if there are pockets of time that you can squeeze a workout into. And you gotta be really creative about this. So for example, when it comes to video editing, there's a stage in the editing process called rendering. And this is automatically done on the computer. I don't need to do anything for a video to render. So rather than just sitting there and waiting for my video to finish rendering, which usually takes a long time to do, what I can do is do a quick workout right there on my chair. I can do the same thing when I'm traveling on a car or on a train. If I'm standing in line for something, I can do calf raises. If I'm climbing up some stairs, I can do some lunges to turn it into a workout. And these really simple creative things that you're doing throughout the day, even though they're small, they're still calories that are being burned away from your body. So if you do them frequently and consistently, the numbers will add up in the end. There's a really great quote by one of my favorite painters, Vincent van Gogh, and he says that great things are done by a series of small things being brought together. Tip number 2 is planning and preparing ahead of time. During most days, the best time for me to exercise is in the morning, right when I wake up. But just like a lot of people, sometimes it's really difficult for me to get up in the morning, to prepare myself, to get ready to exercise, to find the right clothes to exercise. So what I've tried to do to get rid of that lazy mentality is to do all the preparation before I even go to bed. So that when I wake up the next day, I don't have to think about anything. The gym bag is already there prepared, my clothes to wear for exercising are already there, or even sometimes I just sleep wearing the clothes that I'm gonna use to exercise for the next day, so I don't even have to get ready because I already am. If you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready. So this tip is really useful when it comes to fighting against the laziness that we sometimes feel as human beings because it kind of makes our exercise routine more automatic. Tip number 3 is to find exercises that you enjoy. Another big reason that a lot of people don't exercise is because it feels like a chore to them. And obviously, if you don't like doing something, then you're gonna have a hard time trying to do it every single day. Luckily though, there's thousands and thousands of exercises, physical activities, hundreds of sports, hundreds of dances, and I believe that there's something out there for everyone that they can enjoy. So you guys know what I enjoy. I enjoy breakdancing, swimming, martial arts, parkour, hiking. So I'm very fortunate because I found all these physical activities that I enjoy doing, but I wouldn't have found all these activities if I didn't try them in the first place. And that's the key here, is to try new things, because you don't know if you're gonna like something if you haven't even tried it yet. So if you want to make exercise a permanent, sustainable part of your life, then it shouldn't feel like something that you have to do, but something that you want to do, something that you enjoy. So get out there and try new things. Tip number 4 is to feed your body healthy foods. Some say that your diet is actually the most important part of physical physical fitness, more so than exercise. That being said, there's so much information about what you should eat and how you should eat and when you should eat, and it can all get pretty confusing very fast. So what I did personally is to just let some experts handle it for me so I don't get too confused, specifically the people at Lunchbox Diet. They are a delivery service here in Manila that has helped hundreds of people achieve their fitness goals, so I decided to try them out. And it's really easy to sign up. First of all, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions about how your body is like now and what kind of fitness goal you have, what kind of body you want to achieve eventually in the future. Once they have all those numbers down, they're going to figure out how many calories you need, what kind of food do you need in order to achieve your goals. They're going to help you achieve the fitness goals that you want to achieve. And the next thing you know, you have personally catered, healthy, delicious food being delivered right to your doorstep every single day. And the best part about their service is you don't have to sacrifice eating delicious food in order to be healthy. That's a really big myth that a lot of people believe when it comes to going on a diet, is that you have to eat healthy food that doesn't taste very good. But in reality, having a healthy diet doesn't mean sacrificing great tasting food. And that's the kind of experience that Lunchbox Diet delivers. I don't even feel like I'm on a diet when I'm eating their food, and yet each dish that they deliver is packed with healthy nutrients. Now, of course, you can't figure out this diet thing all on your own. There's plenty of resources that you can research on the internet. But for me, it was all about the convenience and affordability that Lunchbox Diet has to offer. When I'm using their service, I don't have to worry about breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even snacks, which they provide. My wife doesn't have to worry about grocery shopping or washing the dishes, so that's less time thinking about what food I should eat to be healthy and more time to simply enjoy it. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check out Lunchbox Diet, but the bottom line is, if you're gonna eat healthy food, then your body is gonna function properly. We are what we eat, so if you want to be healthy, then eat healthy food. Tip number 5 is just to stay hydrated. This is a pretty basic point that water is important for us human beings. I mean, it's known as the elixir of life, and that's because it does a lot of amazing things in our body, which by the way is made up of 70% water. First of all, water transports nutrients to our cells, it flushes away bacteria in our liver, and it prevents certain ailments from happening like constipation. And of course, the more you work out, the more water you're gonna need. So this is pretty much just a reminder tip that I think everyone knows already, but it doesn't get put into practice enough, that you should be drinking a lot of water if you want to be healthy. Tip number 6, get good quality sleep. Sleep is absolutely necessary for us human beings. It's our body's way of regenerating our cells, of replenishing our energy, and repairing any damage that we may have caused our bodies while we were awake. And it's not just about the body, but also the mind, because when we're sleeping, our brain has the opportunity to reorganize our thoughts and our memories. And using our dreams, sometimes the brain comes up with new ideas that we probably wouldn't have come up with if we were awake. Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people who has ever lived, he actually slept for 10 to 12 hours every night, more than most people, but that's because he used sleeping and dreaming as a way to unlock his subconscious brain. Sleeping and dreaming gave him the imagination that he needed to come up with his groundbreaking theories. So that being said, the amount of sleep that people need varies from person to person. Generally, people need 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Some people need less, some people need more. You yourself have to experiment how much sleep you really need in order to get the right amount of energy every day. Tip number 7 is to learn how to manage the negative stress that happens in your life. Because believe it or not, stress actually affects your physical fitness. But there's such a thing as positive stress and negative stress. Positive stress are the situations in your life that put pressure on you, but once you overcome these situations, you come out as a better, stronger person when you overcome positive stress. But on the other hand, there's negative stress, and these are the situations that you feel like you can't overcome because they're so overwhelming. These are stressful situations that make you unproductive and unhappy, and they cause a lot of damage to your body. So what we can do to make sure that negative stress doesn't affect us too much is to control how we react to the situation. Because in life, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you react. So some general things that you can do to help manage negative stress is to, first of all, take deep breaths, calm yourself down, and mentally you just gotta tell yourself that that's the way life is sometimes. Things just happen. Try to always look at things in a positive way no matter how hard life can be. Your attitude and the way you look at things actually affects your health in a big way, so that's something that you gotta control. Tip number 8 is to surround yourself with people who are on the same journey. So this kind of goes along with the previous tip, which was about changing your perspective, but this one is about changing your environment, specifically the people that you surround yourself with. Everyone around us has a certain energy, and it's either positive or negative. And basically, you gotta find the people with the positive energy and stick with those people, and stay away from the people with the negative energy. That's because no matter who you are, you will be influenced by the energy of other people in some way. So if you want to be a healthy and happy person, then you gotta surround yourself with people who also want to be healthy and happy. Because if 2 or more people with positive energies are influencing each other, then it creates this thing called synergy. And synergy basically means you can accomplish things that would have been impossible for you to do alone, or it would have been probably really difficult. So always surround yourself with people who make you a better version of you, and kindly avoid those who don't. Finally, tip number 9 is to move past the failure and never give up. While you're on your fitness journey, you have to remember that nobody is perfect. There will be days where you feel like you did not achieve your goals. There will be days where you feel like you're too lazy. There will be days where you feel like you have failed. When these days happen, when you eat more than you should have, when you're too lazy to go to the gym, or when you mess up your sleeping schedule because you sleep too late, during these times, you gotta remember, nobody is perfect, nobody is meant to be perfect, and it's perfectly okay to mess up sometimes. You gotta move past the failure and put it behind you and focus on what's to come, because every day is a fresh start. Every day is a new day to conquer, and you can forget all about yesterday's failures. And by the way, that one day that you missed in the gym, that's not gonna erase all the hard work that you've done. That one slice of cake that you ate isn't gonna mess up your entire diet. You just gotta remember to live life one day at a time. And always remember why you're doing this. You're doing this because the healthier you are, the more you can get out of life. So there you have it. Those are my fitness tips that I do that you guys can incorporate into your lives. So if you guys have your own fitness tips that you want to share with me, then please leave them in the comments below, because I'm curious what you guys have to say, what you guys have to share with me, because I'm always trying to learn new things and trying to figure out new ways of how to be healthy. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Cut.